America, the apparent land of the free, land of the great, is one of 3 out of 195 countries in the entire world that does not guarantee new mothers paid maternity leave. Yeah, you heard that right, 1 of 3. Most countries offer an average of about 3 months fully paid maternity and paternity leave. For example, Sweden offers an astonishing 480 days paid time off, and Germany offers 14 months. Of all the problems circulating in this country nowadays, this shouldn't be one. This isn't okay. We shouldn't have to make the mothers of our children suffer and worry during what should be a happy time in their life. Now you might be wondering, why exactly am I referring to maternity leave in America as a joke? The answer is 2 simple reasons. It harms the lives of our mothers and their ability to care for their children, and it causes infants to have developmental issues and a high mortality rate. To give a little background, the Family and Medical Leave Act of 1993 gave eligible workers of covered employees 12 weeks of unpaid leave for specified medical reasons. This includes the mothers and fathers of newborn children. 1993 was the first time the subject of maternity leave was ever legally discussed in the United States, and the law isn't even about maternity leave specifically, just specified medical reasons. Now, with this being the federal law, there are several state laws that state differently for said state. There are only 4 states that offer paid maternity leave in the U.S. currently: New York, New Jersey, California, and Rhode Island. All 4 of these states offer up to 67% of the women's salary, and most only offer a measly 6 months of paid leave, which I will say is better than no paid leave. But regardless, this should be enacted in all 50 states, not just 8% of our country. The lack of paid maternity leave is causing many health issues for our mothers, as well as negatively affecting their ability to properly care for their children. According to CNN, the stress of unpaid maternity leave is causing mothers to have major health problems. Some of these health issues are depression, anxiety, improperly healed birthing wounds, and high blood pressure from not having a paid maternity leave. As well as not being healthy themselves, these women are having their ability to care for their own children taken away by having to go back to work too soon. They don't have time to pay attention to every problem their child has because they are working to financially provide for their family. Continuing, they pay for childcare that sometimes might not be adequate, which leads to more problems. Also, when do they have the time to take their children to the doctor's office, as they were always working to provide for them? And according to the Maternal Child Health Journal, women spend about 18 to 20 hours of their day working and caring for their newborn. When's the time to do anything else? With mothers not being able to stay home and properly care for their children, said children are having developmental issues and an overall higher infant mortality rate. One of the best healers for babies is breast milk. It has nutrients in it that can't be replicated in anything else. And breast milk helps the babies develop and have a stronger immune system. Since mothers cannot stay home and breastfeed, which is proven to cause higher and faster development, their children end up having major developmental issues. In certain circumstances, a baby needs constant care, and when they don't get it, things take a turn for the worst. According to the World Health Organization, for every month of paid maternity leave, there is a 13% drop in infant mortality rates. If women could just stay home and with their babies for the first year, the babies would extremely benefit. With every good argument comes a really good counter-argument. And in our case, the counter-argument for paid maternity leave in America is that many say that paid maternity leave would put our country more into debt and that it could seriously hurt employers. That our country doesn't need to find the funds to pay for women and to relax and take care of their children or to stay home and heal. Paid maternity leave could cause employers to have lower wages and could cause employers to not hire women in general just so they wouldn't have to pay them. If an employer knew that he was going to have to pay for a woman to take time off for a child at some point, he's not going to hire her. He's going to hire someone who costs him less. There is also the point that if women get more paid maternity leave, everyone else should be able to get paid leave for their reasons. They say that if maternity leave is a valid excuse, then all of their issues should be valid excuses for them to get time off. Why shouldn't women have to work just because they have a baby? To conclude, all of these points are valid, but I would have to disagree. I will agree that it may be hard for employers to fund maternity leave, but they can find a way. I'm sure the heads of all these companies have wives or spouses that they need to stay home and care for their children. Wouldn't they want their spouse to be treated fairly and get paid off to care for her offspring? I think that different employers could find the money by taking a small portion out of the mother's checks if they agree to do so, and that when the woman is ready for her time off, the employer should match the money taken from her check and make that her maternity leave fund. If the country as a whole funds maternity leave, they can stop funding unnecessary things and fund money to the mothers of the future faces of our countries. In the Family and Medical Leave Act of 1993, it states that not only do women get time off with job security, but so does anyone else with a valid medical excuse. And I'd say having a child is a valid excuse, wouldn't you? I still think maternity leave in America is a joke. It's ridiculous. It causes bad mother health as well as poor infant health. Don't you think this is terrible? It has to stop. I know that America can get it together and find the funding somehow to make a better future for our mothers and children. To make our new mothers not spend time stressing about going back to work or finding childcare, but instead taking the time to develop a bond with her baby and take care of her baby. It shouldn't be this hard, especially in a society we have created today, with trying to make women feel more equal.